Man, it means a lot. I feel like when you talk about coming off the bye, I feel like it shows maturity. I feel like the guys, even though we had a bye week, I know a lot of guys are still putting in work, make sure that whenever we did come back, they'll be ready to go, and it showed today. But obviously, you talk about the offensive side of the ball, but I definitely got to give a huge praise to the defense. The way they played, obviously playing against a reigning MVP, and a good offense over there. The way our defense played, and every drive. It was amazing to see, and it gave us offense confidence, and we just knew we had to go put points on the board and protect the ball, and we did that really good tonight.
Bijan obviously has kind of this record-setting night. I mean, you've talked ad nauseum about Bijan before and who he is and what he does for this team, but for him to have this performance tonight in front of a primetime crowd, I mean, how much does that mean for who Bijan is and what he does for the organization?
Man, knowing him, he's just gonna say he give all the glory to God. That's so. Whenever we talk about who he is, that's who he is. He's a man of God, and he's a great teammate, a great leader, and a hard worker. So it's only right that he gets all these accolades and doing the things that he does because of the person that he is. So that's who he is. He's a man of God, and he shines his light every day.
Michael, you said you want to give credit to the defense. I asked Coach earlier about the secondary and how well they played. Talk about how well the secondary played today.
Yeah, for sure. Really good, really good. I know earlier, midway through the week, I heard Ross say that defense was going to play a lot of man today, and they did that. And those guys were up for the challenge, and they played great football and allowed our defensive line to get sacks and stuff like that because Josh had to hold the ball whenever people weren't open down the field. So it was definitely big time, and I do feel like I said, man, we couldn't have won this game without what they did on that side of the ball.
Hey, Mike, congrats on the game. Bijan, I mean, we've asked you a lot about him over the last couple of years, but do you have like a favorite Bijan moment so far? Something that he did?
That screen play. I threw the screen over here on our sideline. I don't know what he did, but that probably was it. You remember what play I'm talking about? Anybody?
It's the one where it got tipped and he kind of...
No. What play was it? No, this game. Tonight, he was on our sideline. And, yeah, he was red zone. Like, he broke, 5 tackles, shook 2-3 people. Man, I don't know. I see new stuff every day.
Drake, had great stats today, but the effort and the tone setting in the first half, how much does that mean to you guys, just from an emotional standpoint?
It means a lot. That's the football we want to play, and that's how we got to come out all the time, even after half. So whenever I say that, coming out of half, I don't feel like we played our football. I feel like we had more in the tank, and for us to go out there and win that football game with the second half that I feel like we had that was a big lull, I feel like it's going to be a scary sight whenever we figure it out and, all play together and play a full game and not just one good half,
Do you guys feel like you've done that yet, or is that still to come? Maybe?
It's still to come. Maybe next week.
Can you go over this chain? This is a new chain you got? I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, it ain't new. I'm not really a flashy guy. I don't really wear it.
It's your
my
Monday Night
fiance
Football
said
chain?
I look good, yeah. So I put it on.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we heard Zach saying that, with this offense, we're still building it, and it feels like that has really kind of been evidenced these last couple games. Can you just kind of talk about, from your perspective, how you see this offense evolving as the season goes on?
Yeah, like I said, I feel like, obviously it's tough whenever, it's tough in the NFL. Let's say that. Like, in the NFL, it's tough. So I feel like each and every day we're trying to figure out, who we are, what our identity is, and, because one game, you look at the first game, it's like we had to throw a lot. In the second game, we won running the ball. I feel like tonight it was collective. We had over 210 rushing to almost 50 passing. Like, it was good, but I feel like whenever we look at that second half, like, it's so frustrating because I'm like, man, we definitely could have pulled away with that game. It could have been a larger margin, but whenever we figure that out, I feel like that's when we're gonna know, who we are and what we're able to do.
210 rushing yards and 233 passing yards for you.
Perfect.
I got you.
Perfect.
I want to go back to what you were talking about with the defense. When Bijan was up here, he said, I thought I was tripping during the summer and during training camp and the preseason that I wasn't able to get some of these things off, and I wasn't really gelling. But he was like, it's because this defense was so legit, and they've shown that over 5 games. Did you have any moments like that over the course of kind of the training camp and preseason process?
For sure. First day, I was like, these boys flying around. And I just feel like, obviously, it's the scheme, the coaches, but outside of the scheme, I feel like it's the energy that those coaches bring. That Brick and Rudy, all those guys on the defensive side, the energy that they bring each and every day. I'm talking about the defense is going like 110 every day, and it shows up in the game. So I feel like the energy has been electric, and obviously with the scheme on top of that, and the guys flying around, of course they're gonna do special things. So.
Mike, can you tell us a little bit more about Coach Rudy? Because we hear a lot about Ulbrich, but he's kind of more, we don't get him in the media so much. What's he like?
He's a dog. So I say that because I just saw him. He came up to me after the game just now. He was like, man, you're a dog, bro. I appreciate you. I said, nah, you a dog. He said, I effing know. So I'm like, yeah, that's him. Like that's the guy. That's what he is, man. He's a guy that cares, and you can see the passion that he has for this game and the love that he has for this team. Each and every day, whenever he step on that field, you can tell that this is what he loved to do, and he displays it each and every day. You don't get up and down emotional roller coaster. You get the same guy every day. He's gonna be loud, even when he's walking down the hallways talking on the phone. He's screaming he's just the big energy ball, and obviously him and Brick, them scheming it up over there. So he's a special guy.
Michael, what does this game bring for you now as a full starter? Just a big time game, big time moment, but also knowing in 6 days you have to go out and do it again as far as momentum.
It's just another game that we executed. I don't really like to rank how I feel like I played. I feel like this team played very good, and in a big time moment, like you said, playing on Monday Night Football. So we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it with this team. I feel like we ranked up there. Up to tonight, it was up there.
Bijan says he watches videos of great running backs before every game. Do you do anything similar to that when it comes to quarterbacks?
I don't. I don't feel like it's not really the same for a quarterback, because like when you think about it, for a running back, it's like I'm not even gonna talk about a running back. For a quarterback, it's like I can't sit here and be like, I'm gonna throw the ball like him. We might got the same different motions. Obviously, I'm a lefty. There's not too many of them, so it's like I never really said I played like anybody or wanted to be like anybody. I just wanted to be myself and do whatever I can to help us win football games. So I never really watched other people, to be honest.
The other question I had with Zach Robinson, last week you guys mentioned about how great it was to have him on the sidelines. Has that gotten even better with this game? Is it about the same? And just talk about the progression of how that's gone with him on the sidelines now.
It's great. I guess we need him on there all the time. We got 2 wins from it, so I feel like it's been great. The way that he coaches us after the drives is definitely something that helps us out a lot, so that we can hear what he's thinking, so that whenever we do go back out on the field, we have an idea of what's going to be called and why it's going to be called. So it definitely has been helping us.
Michael, what do you feel like this win showed the league and showed about this team and Atlanta? Because when I was talking with Drake, he said it showed we're actually good and we're going to change the narrative around Falcon football.
For sure, that's it. It showed that we one of them ones. Like this team is really good. This team is really legit, and I feel like the talent that we have on this team, it definitely helps us a lot. And obviously with great coaches, offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, special teams coach, can't forget Keith. This team is well coached all the way around. So it's awesome to see. And obviously we did have that one game that we didn't like, that Carolina game, not putting up any points on the board, but I knew that wasn't us. So I didn't soak into that and, get in my feelings about that game, because I knew that wasn't us that day. I knew that wasn't me that day. But as long as we continue to trust in each other and go out there and play for one another, we'll be fine.
Mike, I know every game counts, and you come prepared no matter what and ready to play, but it seems like on prime time, you show out. Is there something about prime time that really gets you going and get you motivated to play?
I don't know, man. I don't know how to answer that. I just feel like there's no moment too big. You know, I feel like there's no moment too big. I've been playing this game all my life. I've had good games. I've had bad games. I've had great games. I've had terrible games. Like, I just go out there and try to be me the best I can. And I don't let the moment ever get too big for me. I just say that. I feel like every game is important, though. Prime time or not, every game is important. I got to do whatever I can to help us win football games. But when them lights on, I don't know. I just be ready.
Coming out of the bye week, this is the best way possible to come out of a bye week. What specifically did you work on to make yourself ready for tonight?
Being consistent each and every day with everything that I do. You know, not just throwing the ball. You know, if it got to do with my run fakes or, you know, the way I communicate with the offense in practice, you know, my routes on air throws in practice, you know, just trying to make sure I'm completing everything and, you know, not taking any rep for granted. You know, that's the biggest thing, you know, I definitely wanted to make sure I took advantage of and paid attention to coming off that bye week, and I feel like it's showing.